Hey guys, welcome back. I wanted to make a quick video about something I heard this morning. Full disclosure, I got this idea listening to a podcast from Myron Golden. It was an older one, and he touched on something that I think applies to people that are getting started out or people that are beginning in their entrepreneur journey. And that wasn't necessarily the context of what he was covering. He was talking to more advanced entrepreneurs, but I think this is really applicable for people that are just getting started out. So I'm going to jump right in. I have my notes over here, so I apologize for looking away a little bit. But the first thing that I want to talk about is something you guys have probably heard before. If you're in the self-improvement space, I'm sure you've heard the comment or the phrase from Tony Robbins. I think he says it. He probably got it from Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn probably got it from somebody else. It's probably a thing all the way back to cavemen. But the idea is that success leaves clues. And so you don't want to copy what other people are doing, but you want to look and model what other people are doing. And that is largely how this journey started for me. In my very first video, I covered how I was living in a super remote location and some of the challenges of that, and how I started listening to these other podcasts and video programs, and started thinking and becoming and acting and speaking and going to the gym and eating like the people I was listening to, because I realized I needed any competitive edge that I could get. I'm not an Ivy League school person. I don't have crazy accolades. I have some things that I've accomplished in my life that I'm really proud of, but and I'm not saying that those things are necessarily a benefit. I think if you look at what a lot of really successful entrepreneurs like Elon Musk or other people say, it's like a lot of times those degrees and those things actually get in the way, and there's no guarantees when you get out of an 8-year or 4-year program that you're going to have anything. So if you're starting at ground zero and you don't have that education, if you're over in Africa and you don't have access to anything but YouTube, I'm talking to you, this is for you. And so success leaves clues. So start to model the behaviors of those people. I think a good way to differentiate from copying, like in this video, Myron Golden gave me an idea, and I'm going to kind of go into that a little more, but I'm synthesizing what he originally talked about. I'm not using his exact words. It's not in the exact context that he had it in. I'm thinking about my audience, which is people getting started, and how this can apply to them. So the next thing that I want to talk about is training versus teaching, and that is the general principle. Training versus teaching. And who I'm really speaking to, again, this channel is largely for people that are getting started, or they're stuck, or they don't know how to, or they've been trying to get started forever, and they finally want to make the leap. And this particular video, I want to talk to those of you that are interested in supercharging that process, those of you that are interested in speeding up that process. I don't know that this is a principle, meaning in absolute truth that's always true in every circumstance, but I see value in this principle for those of you that want to jump in quickly, that have made the decision to be all in and become as much as you can be, so that you can do as much as you can do, so that you can have things you haven't had before, so you can ultimately serve people you haven't served before. So let's start with training. Training is responsibility. Training is responsibility. It is your ability to respond to something quickly. So if you think of, in the military, when people go to, basic or whatever, they learn how to react very quickly to stimuli that are coming in, to potential threats, to hostage situations, right? And so training is the process of doing the thing, doing the work, following the principles. So for you and I as entrepreneurs, it's the process of following the principles, right? So success leaves clues. Those clues are principles. So looking at Alex Hormozi or even Benjamin Hardy, Dr. Benjamin Hardy, talking about some aspects of psychology, how to 10x, instead of forget 2x, forget all that, focus on the 10xing part. Take the principles of what he's talking about, apply them to your life. Look at $100 million leads or $100 million offers from Alex Hormozi. Apply those things to your life. Synthesize what you've learned, apply it to your life. So that's training. Training is I'll make it even more remedial. Think about kids. If you have kids or you were a kid, training is you're not explaining to your toddler, don't pee all over the toilet seat. You're training them how to go to the bathroom. You're training them how to do the thing before you explain why. And that is the differentiator. So training is doing the thing, doing the work. and that should move you closer to having to getting your goal as quickly as possible. Then you can learn why. So for instance, I'll go into an example after I guess I describe this, but so teaching is the process of providing the why. So for Alex Hormozi, it's like if you go and you read his book, like it would take me less time personally to watch his videos and learn a lot from his videos than it would to go and read the book. And the book is going to go deeper into the why for each principle. It certainly will go into, some additional depth on the training, some additional how, if you will, to get $100 million leads or whatever. And so there is some level of hand in hand, but teaching is the process of understanding the why these things work, why they've, these consistently, it works this way. Another good example is Russell Brunson, right? Like this guy's been working for 2 decades in funnels and in the space of conversions. And instead of starting with like the why, which I think a lot of us strive to do, right? Like we all want to feel intellectual and, you can get so wrapped up in knowing, but a lot of people know a lot of things that they don't apply or do anything with. Don't be that. Start with the training. Start with, okay, I trust this person. I trust Russell Brunson. I trust Dr. Benjamin Hardy. I trust whoever it is for you. And whoever you want to model someone that they're achieving the things that you want to achieve. And so once you have that rapport with them, you have that trust with them, start modeling them, do that training first, follow them first, start implementing it into your life. And it's an experiment. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Don't keep doing it, right? So, but don't try it once half-heartedly. Give it a real, valiant effort and keep trying is it really true? And so do the training first, then go through the process of understanding the why. Now, I'm not saying that this is the correct order for everyone in every circumstance, but I am saying if you want to jumpstart, your success, if you want to get moving quickly, I think this is a good process to follow because it allows you to start doing the work, because the work takes time. It takes momentum, and that momentum, it's not quick, right? So like building a YouTube channel, like nobody that I know of that I listen to, I don't think any of them were an overnight success. I don't think any of these people had overnight success. I think, and even people that do, right? Like there's plenty of companies that blow up overnight or have viral, whatever. Like that's why the phrase one hit wonder exists. So do the work to have the sustainable business, but get moving quickly, model the success of others. And that is your responsibility. That is your training. So do that part first, then understand the why. Hope this helps you guys.